Hello friends, we are here for our practice helping cultivate resilience to really remember your strength, to build your core, to build some heat, to build some fire, to remember that like you can make it through hard things. And sometimes we all need that reminder. So this is definitely the practice where we're going to pick it up a little bit. So do for sure wearing something comfy and have some water in your body and take breaks as often as you need to. But like keep back pose, right? And as always, everything here is an offering, a suggestion. So if there's something in this that doesn't work for you, if you're still holding your strength in certain parts of your body, then please feel free to modify things as you need to. You have not signed a blood contract saying that you have to do everything I would do. Your nervous system look different than my nervous because our bodies are different, and that's okay. So really remembering to feel empowered. This is your practice on your mind and your experience, and your number one responsibility to yourself and your yoga practice is to yourself. So with all of that in mind, let's come to find a comfortable seated position. Anything that really works for you. I do this traditional Sukhasana shape, kind of crisscross applesauce in a grade school, but with one leg in front of the other. And I like to have a practical block. If you don't have a yoga block, you could also be seated on a pillow, a blanket, a book. Again, it's really just finding what's going to work for you and hopefully send more things over in your body. So from here, dropping in. Now it's going to rest comfortably on the thighs. Eyes can begin to soften with close when an exhale. And taking a moment here to remind yourself that you are strong. You are capable. You are resilient. And say with me, I am strong. I am capable. I am resilient. There's nothing that you can't do. And then bringing the awareness to the breath, into the nose, and out through the nose. Big deep breath in. Nice, long, slow exhale out. Begin to bring that breath down into the bottom of the belly, up into the ribs, all the way up into the upper chest. And then exhaling all the way back down to the bottom of the belly. Breathing in belly, ribs, upper chest, and then back down to the bottom of the belly. One more time here. And then if you'd like to layer it on when you try your breath, the ocean sounding or Darth Vader breath, creating a slight restriction in the back of the throat, as if you're trying to fog out the mirror, but with your mouth closed. And we do this a little bit inhale and we exhale. It can be a little funky at first if you're just beginning this practice, but give it a whirl. And if it's not your jam, you can go back to focusing on the three during breath. To work on some your choosing if the deer go with the jelly. One more. Releasing that controlled breath, and I'm considering saying, I am strong. I am resilient. I can do hard things. Allowing the eyelids to flutter with the inhaling the breath, and the arms reach out up and overhead. And exhale, softening, coming down into the heart, chin to chest. Inhale out and up. And come in. Exhaling to lower. And one more time, your big back in. Big breath out. One palm softens down to the earth or the other hand. Reaches out and over the side. Big stretchers, inhale and back to center and exhale out and over to the other side. Little flowing side to side, mirroring breath and movement. Finding that connectedness in the body. One more time on each side together. If you inhale to come through to center, if you're using any locker body, you can switch that kind of way. We're going to bring our feet flat on the earth in front of us, hands will come side to side. Inhale, reach one arm out to the side. Then the exhale, the knees are going to fall to the side. We're going to reach all the way out over and back. The hips will lift up off the ground. Inhale to come back into center. Exhale, up and over to the other side. So we'll do this 2 more times on each side. Flowing, breathing, twisting, leading to down and connecting to the body. One more time on each side. Inhale, come back through to center, beautiful. Returning to a comfortable seated position. Hands will come to the knees here. And inhale, open the heart and lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, taking the chin into chest. Inhale to open. Exhale to round, noticing how the hips naturally want to move as you flow between these movements. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, come back to that nice fat back, and we're going to roll forward and take hands to knees. Knees under hips. Fists or hand flat palms under the shoulders here. This is really nice capture. You have a sensitivity in the wrists, such as like carpal tunnel. And then we want to tuck that belly up and in, chin slightly tucked. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up to the side. And then we're going to twist that knee to the elbow. And on the exhale, we're going to keep that foot all the way out and over to the other side. Tuck the toes and then look over the shoulder of the foot. So inhale, that elbow comes to the knee. And exhale, up and over to the side. We do that 2 more times here. Noticing how I'm moving smoothly and with control. Okay, there's nothing rushed here about these movements. This next one, we're going to bring that knee down to the ground. And we're going to come to the other side now. So we're inhaling that left leg out to the side. Left knee comes to kiss the bottom. Bring your old friends. And then exhale, keep the left leg out and over to the side. Close up. Giving a peek over the shoulder. Inhale, knee and elbow in. Exhale, up and over to the side. Few more steps there. Slow with control. Building that strength, feeling the abdomen active and engaged. All while linking breath and movement to promote a sense of introspection and self-awareness. Inhale, let's bring that knee back down to the ground. This time the hands walk towards the front edge of the mat, toes tucked, and inhale, lift the hands up and back into a downward facing dog. You might want to bend one knee and then the other. We'll walk over that. Feeling those back legs open here. And then finding some stillness to get a nice flat back. You might right down, bend the knees to get that length through the spine. Neck is in alignment with the arms. Now, you are welcome to stay here. Again, this is a practice of building resilience and feeding the body. So we're going to let the soles be on an inhale. We'll come to a plank of the shoulders over the hands. And exhale, let those feet stack up towards the front. Inhale to flow forward. Exhaling up and back. We will try to moving in the breath. It's not a race, it's about slow, controlled movements. When we're fostering resiliency, when we're making it through something that is difficult, we want to move at a pace that's sustainable, where we can be aware of this unfolding around us. One more time, slowly forward. And then lifting those things up in that pause here. And a big breath in and the right leg up. And exhale, bend, turning, step the foot all the way up and through. And then taking that back foot to bring it up to the front foot to country forward fold. If your hands don't reach the earth on the belly, you might want to plug on the sit elbow with yourself and making here for a moment. Feeling the backs of the legs open up, head and knees. Letting gravity do the work here, giving yourself a moment of rest and pause for your practice. Inhaling a big breath in, letting both those elbows that are folded out to then bending the knees and rise and tall. All the way up to the side. Exhale, soften the hands down to the heart, your stack again. Cheers. Now taking a moment to acknowledge you're building strength, that this is a chair pose. This is a chair pose. Letting me understand. So finding something that you can sustain for, let's say, 4 of us. Yeah. We'll fall out of the water. Strong and sturdy, you're welcome to make any modifications at any point in time, right? This is your practice. What can you do and do well, my friend? Now, inhaling a big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to twist and turn. So the elbow is in the outer edge of the opposite leg, opposite knee. Really pressing into those palms, hold your twist. Pause here for some breath cycles. Those nice long nourishing breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale to come into center. Feel those legs. Exhale out and over to the other side. Breathing down here to the back side as you rock this roll almost down with your chair rose for today. Inhale back through the center and with control, slowly rise out to mountain. Bringing a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart. Can you feel that energy rising in the body? Can you feel your strength? And can you feel that carrying of grace and control with your strength? That it's something that you can cultivate, a skill that you can tap into as needed. From here, let the eyes start open, stepping to the front of your neck here. Hands can come to the hips, and you're going to take a big step back about the legs length. Front knee is over the front ankle, balancing the wall of the back foot here. Hands straight ahead, so you might need to move that left foot a little bit over to the side. And it's as if you're lifting tall from the crown and simultaneously dropping down through the toes. This is an balance, of course, so it might be helpful to find a focal point, something in front of you that's not going to really thing with you do. And then inhale, the arms lift and rise up and overhead. Breathing deep here. Give yourself 4 breath cycles. You're sustaining this flow, tapping into your strength. Leaving the shoulders soften down the back of the muscles of the face, soften. Unfurling the brow, unhinging the jaw as you inhale, bring that back foot to 45 and 90 degree angle. Arms open like shoulder height, front knee over front ankle. Giving the time that you need to reassess, readjust. Looking up over that third hand, flipping the toe up. Ready for whatever is coming towards you in this space. Breathing deep, 4 breath cycles. Inhale a deep breath in. Front hand floats through the sky, back hand floats the back layer. Again, 4 breath cycles. The abdomen is strong, active, and engaged. If the hands are kind of tired, always an option to bring the hands to the hips, heels to the heart. Modify it as you need to. It's your practice. One more big breath cycle here. And then inhale, coming back to that warrior 2. Straight in that front leg out. We begin to slide the arms forward as if there's something just out of the reach that you're reaching for. Once it's not as far as you can pivot, just the arms. Coming into the arms. Breathing deep here, again, sustaining 4 breaths. Remember, you're going to get all the strength you need to do this thing. Inhale a big breath in, and you're pulling that shine up to bring you back into that warrior 2 shape. And then we're going to bring the hands down into the hips, get them a little break. We're going to turn both feet in towards the center of your belly. And then we're going to pivot the feet down to face the other edge of it. Then we're going to return that first foot front knee over her ankle, balancing on the ball of the back foot. Hips square to the front edge of the mat. I need to move that foot a little bit to the right here. Right. And then inhale and pour over the neck. And rise up and over it. Whether we might want to find a focal point, something that's not going to be more than normal, even if you're doing. So soften into this shift. Almost as if it's a remembering of all that you are, all that you are capable of. With wordly breath in and exhale, the ab foot comes down to a 45 and 90-degree angle. We're going to readjust the legs a little bit as you open the arms, shoulder height here. The extends out and over the front hand as the front hand flows up. Right knee from the upper is coming towards you. Ready to face life with strength and grace. Really feeling deep well of your soul, see the India. Pausing here for 2 more breath seconds. Inhale, that head flows up. Here comes the back leg, keeping that front knee over the front ankle. As you bring the focus to the back, remembering that when life is a little hard, the back is always there for you. Giving you something to really focus on internally that's in your control. When we're resting with your, you got this. And inhale, we return to that warrior two shape as we straighten out that front leg. The left hand over as you begin to breathe for something just out of your reach. And you reach as far as you can, then pivoting just the arms. Not collapsing into that torso, right? So I'm not putting on the into this arm on the legs, the strength of our core that stabilizes us here. Gaze could be at ground, the side of the bum. And then breathing deep here. Breathe our breaths there, guys. Remember to keep the muscles of the face softened. How can we sustain it out, become intense? And promise go, promise go. And inhale, returning back to the warrior two shape. And then straightening the legs out, both feet parallel to the side, arms keep floating. Heel to those feet, heel to those feet back to center. Hands to belly, hand to heart. Give yourself a moment of rest. You've earned it. You have earned it. When you're ready, the eyes flutter open, stepping up to the front of the mat again. Inhale, the arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, down all the way down to the toes, bending the knees as you hold down. Do a big step back with the left leg and drop the knee down with the end of the right. Then come to lay down with the right of the mat. Hands are in from under shoulders, elbows tucked into side body. Forehead, mouth, or chin on the mat. On an inhale, pressing into the pelvis, the tops of the legs, the feet. Begin to lift the torso off the ground. So notice that final few hands up, my hand, and not pressing into the hand. It's the muscle use the back doing the work here. And exhale, something down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale into the breath. Exhale to something. One more time, big breath in, you go a little bit higher this time. Exhale to soften. Bring one cheek to the earth to pause. as the arm descends straight out and back. From here, inhaling a big breath in, we're going to press into the pelvis so that the arms, the shoulders, and the legs up off the ground. Exhale to swampole. Inhale to left, pressing into the pelvis. Exhale to soften. Then one more time. Inhaling to left. Exhaling to soften. Bringing the hands under the shoulders once again. Pressing hips up and back. You rock the knees forward and bring yourself down to the middle of your mat. Torso is going to be on the ground, feet flat on the earth, excuse me. Reaching down to make sure that you just put your heels with your middle finger. Palms pressing into the earth. We're going to inhale, pressing into the feet, the palms, the arms, the shoulders, the back of the head. You're going to lift the hips up off the ground. Really pressing into the feet so that the knees are doing all of the work here. We're going to pause and hold for 4 breath cycles. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper into this stretch, this heart opener, you can tuck one shoulder under the backbone and then the other and interlace the fingers. Pressing the chest up towards the chin up towards the sky, all while maintaining that natural curve to the back of the neck. Continuing to fold and breathe, tapping into the reserve strength that lives within you. You can do hard things. You are strong. You are resilient. Inhaling one more big breath in. And on the exhale, if those arms are tucked, you can untuck them. Slowly lower those hips back down to the ground. Then walk the feet to be the width edge of the mat. And then make sure wipe the legs side to side. We do this by using the exhale so that the knees fall to one side. And inhale, then come through to center. And then exhale to the other side. Start with mid-jump like without power, right? Side by side. Also, it's like a bonus for like glutes, massage here, feels real nice. Or I should say it feels nice for you. Alright, the next time those knees come through to center, bring the feet up, hug the knees into the chest and gently rock sides. Maybe even one of them teaching you a little kiss. This could be such a great dance. It will self-encourage you a little bit, self-love, that hurts. And perhaps even would like to keep the soles of feet up towards the ceiling, grab the outer edges of the legs and jumping back side to side in what's called happy baby. And you can think of a baby. You can get a little weird with it. You can just move it in and then you want to if it fits. Yeah. And then let these movements begin to take you towards your Shavasana. Maybe you'd like to kind of break it over a little. If this traditional Shavasana shape doesn't feel good in your body, then you can bend the knees to bring the feet to be on the edge of the mat, and then untuck the bottom of your back as you let the knees fall in towards each other. So this takes the pressure out of the lower back and is uncomfortable for some people. And of course, if that shape works for you, then find something that does, because the more softened and relaxed you are for the spinal resting hold, the more your body will be able to integrate the rhythm of this practice into long-term change in the body. So softening here, surrendering. One more time, reminding yourself. Very strong, very powerful. I am resilient. I can do power things. Inhaling the big back areas, leading to the roll, fingers and toes. Gently rolling along to one side of the body as you press up into a comfortable seated position. We'll close our practice with one Om. Welcome to joining your lesson. Hands coming onto the heart space as you deep big back pain. I wish for you on this day in every single way that matters. In this peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Let this practice have reminded you of your strength and will help you to continue to cultivate that strength and resilience.